Yo, what is up, y'all? So, another story out the book. Feel like I don't know if I should keep making playlists, but I feel like the passages I read from this book should be its own playlist. But I ain't gonna do that. I just feel like it should, so I'm just acknowledging it as that. But in this story, it was actually like a cool little short read, but it was interesting to read for real. It's called Romance and Reality. So basically in the story, this lady, she wanted to get back into writing or whatever, and her friend gave her a shopping bag full of books. But inside of the shopping bag, it was mostly romance novels. So the lady, she was she said she curled up on the couch. She said she wasn't a big fan of romance novels, but she still found herself caught into the stories anyway. And like listening to her story, like just like, cause it's just, I don't even know how to explain it, just cause how it wrote. So basically her story got interrupted. The romance novel that she was reading, it got interrupted by her actual reality. That's why it's called Romance and Reality. Her fantasy got interrupted by her reality. But then she started describing her reality as the fantasy did in the book. So it's like, it had me thinking about the fact that we as people, we tend to make up stories in our head, like, especially me as a writer. Like me being a writer and a creative, like that's something that I do often. Like I find the fine line in everything. Like I pay attention to things that normal people don't pay attention to. Like, truth be told, like it be kind of weird to me sometimes, because it's like when you the only one in the room that can see something in the room that everybody else ain't paying attention to, it'd be like, But it's like, being a creator, you learn to see the opportunity and stuff. That's why I say I'm an opportunist, because God gave me the gift God gave me the gift of optimism. So in me having this gift of optimism, I see opportunity in things that normal people don't pay attention to. Hence me saying hence me saying what I said in the beginning of the video, or whatever. But I write. What's crazy is, forget all that. What's crazy is I fell back from writing for a little minute. It's literally been a minute. And when I first propped up my phone to start this video, I want to read something straight out of my journal. But I'm like, how about I read a story out of my book first? Now I kind of see why the Most High wanted me to grab this journal, because this is not even the journal that I have near me. This is the journal that I have put up, that I literally have not looked at for a while. And it's actually, it'd be actually kind of dope to go back to your writings and to see like what you were thinking, where was your mind at? Because the date on this, the earliest date that I wrote is 9/13/2021 at 21:11. So that's September 13th, 2021 at 9:11. Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay now. I remember that. I remember the day I wrote that too. Shout out to my man's Kevin. That's the poem Horsepower that I was telling you about. I ain't gonna read that though right now. But if you're watching this, Kevin, shout out to you. I just want to say this. I love connecting with other creatives that can pull the creative out of you. Because like in 2021, when I wrote that poem, I was stagnant in my writing as well. But I was with Kevin for a day, and the way that he freestyled and just to spend that day with him, and I don't even know how to explain it. It's just like it inspired me to write that poem, and it's like horsepower. It's called horsepower because we all have that power inside of us. Sometimes it's just pent up and unable to be released. And so now me going back to this particular page that I'm on right now, I wrote so many different things around the page, but I'm actually gonna just read everything that's on this page. So I showed it, so it's like, why not? First, it's a move by vision, not by sight. The veil. Eyes open at all times. Obsession can bring out the best or worst in someone. Lies are like poked holes in the truth. Turning the time around, shifting north and south. Social experiments at your slightest convenience to decide what's next on the clock of the futuristic agenda. Surviving just means you're strong enough to keep fighting. A constant state of survival is where dreams go to die. Life is not getting by, but passing by, knowing that you'll be okay, even if the outcome isn't what you expected. Dream of a life worth living to end the survival of a lifetime of pain and agony. Trust versus dependence. Depend on yourself, but at some point, you'll have to trust someone else. In order to get something you never had, you have to be willing to do something you never did, or else you're going to go insane by doing the same thing over and over again. What's crazy is this whole page just fits so well together. And I wrote these all at different time periods. None of these was supposed to relate to each other. That's why I wrote the lines with in between everything. That's why everything's it's scattered around the page. It's so crazy. I just didn't expect that right now. Emotion is unpredictable. Lack of emotion is rational without logic. Okay? I don't know what that means. At least I don't know what that means right now. Invest in me, invest in your community. I had to say that. Because you invest in me, you invest in your community. Made your bed, now you have to lay in it. This is actually a valid question. $1 a second. It is 84,600 seconds in a day. If you get $84,600 in a day and you don't spend it before it leaves at the end of the day, the next day you spend it without thinking twice. You get 84,600 seconds in a day. Why waste it? I'm gonna read it again. $1 a second. It is 84,600 seconds in a day. If you get $84,600 in a day and you don't spend it before it leaves at the end of the day, the next day you will spend it without thinking twice. So you get 84,600 seconds in a day. Why waste it? Because money. Time is money, my baby. It's okay to make turns on the way to your destination. A steering wheel was made for turns, otherwise we'll all just be going straight. Some roads curve and come to an end. You have to adjust either way. Don't judge by who they are, but help them become who they know they can be. Huh. Oh, yo. Yo, your girl got. I ain't gonna lie. A secret passion of mine, like, some women love flowers. Me, I love composition notebooks. So if you want to bless your girl with a gift, bless her with composition notebooks. Don't bless me with no flowers. I'm speaking to my future husband out there, or my future man, whatever it is, because you're gonna be both regardless. But give me composition notebooks. Push me into my creative bag. I don't want no flowers. The motherfuckers die anyway. I fucking live in a basement. I don't got no sunshine up in here. Don't give me no fucking flowers. I don't know why I had to say that, but I had to make that shit clear. And if you do give me some fucking flowers, make sure that I can roll them into a joint. Roll up and reflect. If you haven't checked out that playlist yet, I think you should really check out that playlist, because I be rolling up and reflecting. I be diving deep into my... You did? Now I just got the video rolling. Should I read another story? What time we at? We at 12 minutes. Let's see. What's a body to do? That's the name of the story. Recently, my mother plopped a sack of ragged photo albums onto my kitchen table. It was my turn to be in charge of the family history, she said. Waxing nostalgic, I spent an evening looking at the faded gray images. Even though the faces weren't always clear, the body shape was. For the first time, I saw myself and my family as we are, and always will be. A family of pairs. Well, damn. Family of pairs is wild. Barely more than 5 feet tall, shoulders narrow, hips rounded. With the one swift visit to the past, I realized certain things ain't never gonna be. No matter how much I control or cajole my body, it never will last long and lean. That's like the passage I just read out that notebook. That's crazy. I had always believed that if I kept constant vigil over every calorie and fat gram and exercised vigorously, I would someday appear tall and willowy. To the end, I had spent years sipping clear broth, nipping rice cakes, and making one diet soda last an entire day. If I was a pear, I was ripe. Right there before my ancestors and the entire world, I, of the size 7 wedding dress, Iron Maiden foundation, garments, and jegma, kiwi, lettuce leaf dinners, stood up to my lifelong battle of the bulge. Baloney, I said. My diet fought back with guilt pangs. I retaliated with hunger pangs. Okay. I went on the attack Big Mac style. Once I tasted that secret sauce, I knew I had released from my something confines. I don't even know what that word is. Oh my God. This why I hate reading when I was in school. Because if I don't know what a word is, I'm just gonna skip it. Like it must not be relevant. I was free, wiping sticky fingers on the seat of my stretch jeans. I thought, thank you, my lucky Mars bar. I am free. No longer restricted to the cold aisles of the supermarket root cellar, refrigerated rows of carrots and kumquats, broccoli and cauliflower, I sailed into warm territory. I cruised the bakery with its wonderful world of German chocolate cake and flaky French croissants. Have you ever had croissants? Them motherfuckers is, especially when they fresh out the oven. I couldn't stand that coffee shop job. But man, that they bless that man, they bless the body with the goods straight from the bakery. I'm talking about conchas, croissants, almond croissants, chocolate croissants, regular croissants. You had the chocolate concha, you had the vanilla concha. What else we had? That we had corn pies. Not to mention they made bagels. They made fresh bagels and cookies. They even gave the dogs dog treats made straight from the bakery. I ain't even gonna mention their name because they closed now, and I don't know why they closed, but I know why they closed. But yeah, shout out to that. Shout out to that bakery. Forget the coffee part. Shout out to the bakery. Shout out to Mexican bakeries. I feel like someone should bless me with a box of Mexican pastries. I may just bless myself with a box of Mexican pastries. Yeah. Not to say it like that, but to say it like that. Oh, and it was also apricot cheese roll. Ooh, that apricot cheese roll, boy. Ooh, I gotta. Ooh, I know I'm going to my. Okay. Bro, I know exactly where I'm finna go tomorrow. Man, ain't no way food just got me that excited, bro. I don't know what it is about pastries, but them is a gift from the gods, for real, because, man. Yes, I'm going there tomorrow. Oh, yeah. From the deli rotisserie, I plucked 3 French hens in the store's lunchroom. I scalped the Alps of mashed potatoes bathed in buttery sunshine. Nearby, a portable oven warmed pizza samples that a smiling woman offered again and again. Before I had stalked celery, now mozzarella clung to me. Another day, the sample lady came bearing an electric skillet in which hot sausages sizzled in a burst of grease coated cardamom, anise, and red pepper. My life acquired new spice. At home, I boldly approached the icy stranger my refrigerator had become. Metabolism revived from shopping. I stashed my harvest within. I hummed softly to myself. The refrigerator hummed back. All was going well until one sleepy morning. Old habits die hard. I stepped on the bathroom scale. I would like to say I had somehow lost weight. But you know what But you know what the scale revealed? What the scale did not reveal was that I had gained something besides weight. I had gained a peace of mind by making peace with my body. Just as I had looked past my body shape into the hearts of wonderful minds of my mother and grandmother and all of my favorite aunts and cousins, now I look past my own body shape to the real one. Eventually, I settled into a comfortable routine of exercise and healthy eating, neither starving nor larding myself and selling both the hot and cold aisles in the market. My weight, although up, is still within normal range on the doctor's chart, so my body isn't lean and sculpted, but it's healthy. Perhaps I don't look better in my knit suit, but I feel stronger. I feel better, stronger. I've discovered it is true. A healthy body is a happy body. And from where I'm sitting on a bit more body, I'm feeling a lot more happier. Carrying on the family history. And someday, when I pass the albums onto my daughter, she can take her place among us pears, the sweetest, most succulent of fruits. I actually love that so much. And it actually gave me something to end this video with, because like me personally, I cannot stand the gym. Like, kudos to the people that find pleasure in that activity, but your girl, But what I have found comfort in is pushing my body past its limits. So pushing my body to do things that I don't normally do because I got a nice body and I have to take care of my body. Like she said, a healthy body is a happy body. And my body was not happy. Like last year and the year before that, like I had went through these spells of just not eating. Like I some days I just eat a lot. Some days I would eat a little, but it's just like I just didn't care for a lot of stuff. So it's like now I'm going through this phase of taking care of my body, like really listening to my body and taking care of her, like to the utmost respect, like showing her the utmost respect. And it's definitely been a journey. But then I also see how habitual a lot of the things that we do is, and how it's inherited. A lot of the stuff that we do, a lot of stuff that we eat is not our own choice. It's that the people around us, or we grew up eating these certain things, so we found comfort in these things. So that's something to think about though. But like listening to her say that, like I've got out of that phase of judging body, like judging your body for different things, like being insecure about your own self. Like you look how you supposed to look because that's how you supposed to look. Like there's nothing insecure. You do not have to be insecure about how you look. Like you are beautiful just as you are. And if you feel that you are not, it's because you're doing something that you don't like. And it's like that's not an insecurity. That's actually instability, and you need to learn to set boundaries with yourself. Like it's levels to this stuff. Like we tend to look at things as face value when everything is deep rooted from somewhere. Like if you find yourself stuffing your face with a whole bunch of food, it ain't got nothing to do with the insecurity. It got everything to do with your lack of boundaries. You don't know how to control yourself. You haven't set the proper boundary to control that habit within yourself. So now you have to exercise your rights. You have a right to tell yourself no. You have a right to do it. Like you have a right to eat it just like you have a right to not eat it. Like it's I ain't no guru. All I know is I blame everything on lack of boundaries now. That's my explanation for everything. So talk about woman-splaining, because I be saying mansplain a lot, but woman-splain, this woman-splaining something, it's gonna tie down the boundaries. If you ain't got no boundaries with yourself, then that's the reason why you are the way you are. Simple. Because like that's what she had to learn. She had to learn that it's okay to feel how you feel. Like you're not gonna be who you think you are, who you want to be all the time. You can only be who you are, and who you are is a pear. That's in her story. Like she was a pear. Her family, she came from pears, so that's why she looked like a pear. So it's like for me, I'm antisocial because I come from an antisocial family. I don't know where that came from, but that's me. I'm the person that will sit in the room and hide in the corner. I ain't really even hiding in the corner. I'm just sitting in the corner looking at everything. But it's like, it's comfort. I be comfortable. Like, I could care less about a lot of stuff. But hey, I'm going to leave it at that. Peace and love. Enjoy your day and don't let no player get in your way. Peace and love.